interesting things for you tonight. First of all, the first part we're going to start off with, and some of you probably have not done your social studies lesson well and read the Declaration of Independence. We're going to recite that for you tonight. Then we'll have lunch or dinner, and then after dinner we have a little play that has to do with Paul Revere's Rights. The Midnight Ride of Paul Revere. And it was written by Mr. Longfellow, and he's going to be here this evening, and he's going to be sharing the story with a group of children, and we have a chorus that's going to be reciting the poem, and we have some fantastic actors that are going to be acting the play. So 3 different things are going to be happening during this program. Now, we have to make a little correction because a couple of the lines are going to be read rather than recited for the mere fact that we've had a lot of sickness in this group of kids. One father just had serious surgery today, and they're not here. The little boy's not here, so we're going to read his lines because they're part of the Declaration. If you know this beautiful little girl up here in this lovely, lovely pink dress, she's had some really, really rewarding experiences because she had a really sick spell and she's just doing fantastic. So we can be very proud of her, and there are things that she was probably going to do that she didn't get to, and she's got her lines pretty well learned though for her part. And we've had some other issues, and so it makes it a little bit different, but this is a wonderful group of kids, and I think you'll really enjoy what they're going to do. So the first thing, and the first part tonight, is the Declaration of Independence.
Indeed will dictate that government's long-term establishment should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience has shown that mankind are more likely to suffer while evil or sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms of which they are accustomed.
When a long train of abuses is actually wrongfully pursuing invariably the same goals as a design to reduce them under absolute government with unlimited power. It is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide and guard for their future security.
Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused assents to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good.
He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of music and pressing culture, and thus has forbidden their operation. Code assent for be obtained. The moral suspended has the automated conducted to his complete zone.
He has refused to make other laws for the accommodations of larger districts of people, unless those people relinquish the right of representation in the legislature. A right inestimable and formidable only to tyrants.
He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, impracticable, and distant from the depository of the public records, for the sole purpose of tying them into his acceptance of his measures.
He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people.
She has refused for a long time after such dissolutions causing others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers incapable of annihilation have returned to the people by and large for their exercise. The state remaining in the meantime is most faulty and disobedient.
He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states for that purpose, obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass to encourage their migrates hither, and raising the conditions of new purchases of lands.
He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing to assent to laws for establishing judicial powers. He has made judges depend on his will alone for the obtaining of the offices and the non-payment of the salaries.
He has erected a multitude of new offices. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent various forms of officers to harass our people in need of their justice. He has stood among us in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislators.
He has tried to make the military independent of and superior to the power of the people.
He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction born for the Constitution and non-acknowledged bylaws, giving assent to their acts of pretended legislation. For ordering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by mock trial from punishment for any motives of strictness on the inhabitants of these states, for putting up their trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many places of the benefits of childhood. For transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it once an example a fit instrument for introducing the same absolute law into these colonies.
For taking away our charters, abolishing our most valued laws, and altering fundamentally our forms of government. For suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever.
He has abdicated the government hereby declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, and burnt our towns and destroyed the lives of our people. At this time, he is transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the works of death, destruction, and plunder. Already we know the
force fellow citizens taken captive on the high seas for their arms against their country, become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to follow themselves by the hand.
It has excited domestic insurrections amongst us and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of these states of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and nations.
In every act of these cruelty, we have repented for payment in the most humble terms. Our repeated request has been answered by repeated injuries. A prince's character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of the free people, nor have we been wanting in attention to our British brethren. We have warned them time to time of attempts by the legislature to extend it. We have reminded them of the circumstances and our immigration influence here.
We have appealed to their native justice and generosity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt in our connections and correspondence.
They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and of our ancestors. We must therefore point to the necessity which snatches of separation and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war and peace friends.
We therefore, the representatives of the United States of America, the General Congress, assemble according to the supreme judge of the law, to the rectitude of our intentions. In the name and by the authority of the good people of this colony, solemnly publish and declare that these United Colonies are in the right ought to be free and independent states. That all allegiance, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is not to be totally dissolved.
And as free and independent states, they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may have right to do. With the family alliance, all the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Now you've heard the Declaration of Independence. This was written by Thomas Jefferson. It was corrected by other people of the Congress. Jefferson was very, very disappointed that they did not use all of the things that he had suggested. And so he really never felt that he had done much, because about 2/3 of what he'd written was taken out. They felt that it was going to be just a little bit too harsh. At that particular time in our history, there was a small group of Americans who were very much in favor of leaving England and starting a new country. There was a larger group of Americans who were still British and wanted to remain loyal to the British Crown. These patriots, which we refer today, were the ones who absolutely demanded and sacrificed everything that they had to bring about a country that would be just and free. And for this, we talk about this in 5th grade. Too many of our American citizens today are not aware of these things, and I think that they should be. So you can truly say that for the first time,